Hi everybody, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio and welcome back. Today we're going to work with these Tim Holtz portraits, which is one of his fairly new releases. I love these, but I never can figure out how to use them, and I think I've come up with an idea of how to put them in a journal. So that's what we're going to work with today and see if we can make that work. I have been working on a waterfall journal after being inspired by Gail Augustinelli. She is doing one in her videos, and I encourage you to check those out if you haven't seen them. She's doing a quite large one, and I didn't want to take on anything that big for my first one, so I started a little one, and I'm really liking where it's going, but it got me to thinking when I picked it up this morning, how cool would it be if it opened like this? You know, this one opens like this, but when you pick it up, it almost looks like a stack of, folders or whatever. So I'm going to make a new one, or start a new one, because I'm going to finish this one. But I'm going to make it flip open this way. So we're going to put that together and see how that works. And I think in doing so that we'll be able to incorporate these as tucks inside the journal. And I think it's going to look pretty cool, but we'll see. So first I want to tell you how I constructed my little waterfall. This is what we're going to do, something more feminine looking than this one. These are Mente background papers that I'm using in both of these journals. And the paper size looks like this, and they are 8 by 6. Okay, so for mine, and you can make these as big as you want to, like I said, I chose 4 pieces of paper to make it, because I think that becomes a good size, especially when you start. I mean, you can see in this one how poofy it's getting already, and so I didn't want it to be too big for my first one, because I didn't want to be working on it for a month trying to fill it up. So I started with something smaller. And the reason I wanted to try this is I think this would be absolutely a wonderful Christmas kind of spread, because although you can write in these, and I have included, writing spots in mine, I think they would be just really good for displaying Christmas images and things like that. So, that is my intent, is to, end up making a couple of these for Christmas when we get into that season. So, all right, into the construction. So, like I said, I used 4 pieces of paper in mine. Your inside page is your page that is totally folded in half. And so I did my score line at 4 inches to give me my inside page. The next page, you want to score 2 ticks. And I'm going to say 2 ticks because everybody's page is going to be different. You're going to score 2 ticks to the left of center. And you're going to continue to do that, 2 ticks, 2 ticks, until you get to your last page. And so your that creates your waterfall, because every time that you go, obviously, every time you go 2 ticks to the left, you're getting, a quarter inch here, but you're also getting, your next page is going to stick out this backside. So that's what you end up with once you get all your pages scored. Now, whatever is going to be your outside page, I would recommend then scoring 1 tick on each side of your original center score line. And the reason for that is, sorry, I'm going to fold this a little bit so I can show you. So I had my center score line, and then I went one tick to each side of that, so that I've created kind of like this little flexible part here. And that is going to allow me to create some bulk in this journal without affecting the cover too much. And I'll show you on this one what I mean. See how I did? This is my stitch line, and I don't know how well you can see that, but my stitch line is on the center score, and then I've got to score just one tick to each side, and that creates, you know, just this little tiny spine here, and it allows for some of that bulk, and it makes it not such a strain on that outside page. Okay, so now that we have all that done, and these are gorgeous papers, by the way. It's 2 different sets. One set has a lot of the handwriting and music paper like I've used in here, and then the other set is florals, and they're both called backgrounds, but I don't have the cover sheet left that I can tell you the exact names. But I think if you search Mente backgrounds, you should be able to find them. I got them at a local place. Another thing to be aware of if you are going to use pattern papers, try to pick patterns that, if it matters to you, that are going to be, you know, the right side up when you go to unfold your journal or, you know, flip the pages. It doesn't matter really to me. I did want the center to be correct, but remember, this is correct because we're doing it this way. Okay, so that's another thing to keep in mind. All right, so let's sew this bad boy together, and I'm not going to worry about being too terribly precise about it because it's only got 4 pages. I'm going to clip it and poke my holes. And I'm actually going to lay it flat, which is not something that I normally do when I poke my holes, but again, because this doesn't have very many pages and because this is pretty heavy cardstock, I found when I was doing the other one that it was easier to do it flat than it was bent. Okay. And I'm going to be off camera just for a minute to poke my holes because my cutting mat is over to the side. And I'm going to do one in the center, approximately, because like I said, I'm not measuring. And then I'm going to do one about 1 inch down from the top and bottom. Okay, so this is what we have. We have the one in the center here, and then we have one here and one here. Okay. All right, and then we are going to just stitch it together, and I've done about 2.5 lengths of the string, which is probably way too long, but I can sacrifice and be too long rather than end up too short. I'm going to go out through the center and in through the bottom. Make sure I'm getting, uh-oh, I have a tear. We're going to have to fix that. And then back through the center, up through the bottom. And that tear is totally my fault because I kept changing my mind about which way I wanted that paper on the outside. And I think I probably was flipping it back and forth and using my bonus folder too much. And then I just double knotted it, and you want to be sure that when you come back through that one of your strings is on this side and one is on that side, and then tie your knot. I'm sure you all know how to bind, but I'll mention that just in case. Okay. Unclip it, and there we have our little book. And I have a little tear right here at the top. You see that? It is not in my stitch. It is in the where I made the little outside spine fold. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of washi and I will wrap that. So I'm going to put you on pause just a minute and find something we can use. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed a couple of Tim Holtz's fabric washies. I think they're probably the best thing to use, and I'm just going to see which one I like better. I think I'm going to use the wider one. So I'm going to cut a piece to length here. And you can use the regular washi too. I just thought I would use the fabric for a little bit more sturdiness. And the other option would have been, you know, just stop what I was doing and cut another or fold another piece for the outside. But I really do think this is going to be fine. Sorry if I'm off screen there. Just trying to get that lined up. And then we'll just wrap it. Give it a little trim here. Okay. And I think we're right back on track. Well, I didn't trim that very well, did I? There, that's better. Okay, so this is what we have. Cute little journal. Now, I'm going to figure out how I want to put my portraits in. I want to use them kind of as a tuck on the pages. So I am, get this piece out of the way so we're not distracted with that. My thought is to put one on, and I might need to do that on that side too, but we'll see how that works after we get our embellishments in there. Once we get our embellishments in there, it may be fine. So I'm not going to worry about it too much at this point. Okay. My thought is to take them and put them on the page like this. And they will all have to be on these top pages, I think, because if you put them down here, I mean, you could cut them off, I guess, you know, and make them short enough so that you could alternate them. Maybe I'll do that so that I have, you know, top, bottom, so all the bulk is not on the same side. That's probably a good idea, actually. So we would want to put her, for example, here and glue here and up here and leave so we can tuck something behind here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put these down because at this point, you know, if I do any embellishments, it's going to be either the piece I tuck behind. Let me see if I can find. Like, for example, if I was going to use, you know, a card or something and stick it behind here, that's going to be my decor for the page. And then if I'm going to put anything on her, it's going to be on top of her anyway. And, you know, to get rid of this harsh edge. So I am going to go ahead and place these wherever I decide that I want them. And then, of course, you know, you can do something else down here, like a writing space or a pocket or another pocket or, you know, whatever you want to. I'm trying to decide if I want to ink them. I think I do, just to get rid of the white edge, if nothing else. Okay, so if we glue her down, we want her glued down this edge and across the bottom. Enough to hold her on, but leaving enough that we can tuck something up under there. And I'm also going to alternate, and I don't want to get her too close to the edge, here where it folds up. And I don't mind if it sticks out the top here. Okay, so there's that one. So for the next one, if we do, see, the thing about it is if you do it at the bottom, not glue all over that. If you do it at the bottom, on any of them, sorry, it's driving me crazy. You're gonna have two, like if I do this one here, you're gonna have two dolls on the same piece, and is that gonna be too much weight? That's my concern. So I think what I'm gonna do is put them all at the top. Sorry, I'm debating it in my mind, back and forth. Yeah, I'm going to put them all at the top, but I'm going to alternate left and right. Okay, so I want to do her this way. And then I want to do this towards, yeah, this is my biggest page here. So I'm going to do this one here because I think she's my tallest. And you notice that I have forgotten to ink. But that's okay. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference on these like it does with the smaller paper dolls. Okay, and then let's see. I'm trying to make sure we get the tallest ones. It's probably this little lady with the pump knot, which I wonder why they didn't cut that out. That looks weird. Okay. All right, so remind myself. So we're over here. Now we're back over here. I'm inevitably gonna end up gluing one of these on the wrong side. I keep double checking myself, but it's gonna happen. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I don't think I even said anything like that. Just jumped right in and got started. I'm looking forward to watching football today. So if you guys are a Pitt fan, we are not friends today. We can be friends tomorrow. Then we're going to save this lovely young lady for the front cover. I'll put her here. And I'm not going to glue her on because she won't be a tuck. And so, but she will go right here once we decide what else we want to do here. All right. So, that's where we're at so far. So again, let's double check what we have here. We should have a tuck. Each side of these. Make sure we didn't get glue where we shouldn't have. I don't want to stick anything in there right now. Yep. Until all the glue dries, because I don't want it to stick. Okay, so there we go. And I think that is going to be really cute. Because we can add some tabs up here. We might do that now. Let me grab my little tab bucket and we'll see what we have to match. And if we don't have any, we will make some real quick. This is my TV project. I have this little punch right here that makes tabs. I think I got this at Joann's. It's a We Are Memory Keeper one. And so I just take my scrapbook paper scraps, and when I'm watching TV, you know, I punch tags and put them in here. And that way I have a multitude of tags to use. And I'm going to take a little paper clip and paper clip her on here, just to remind me that that's what I'm working on for my front cover. And I tried to pick papers that had, I wanted a floral, but I didn't want a totally, you know, autumn theme for this. So, but I did try to pick more autumny kind of colors, as far as, you know, not the pale pinks and stuff like that. I could have done a better job of putting that washi on there. But we may have to do something to fix that, just so it doesn't drive me crazy. It's got a wrinkle in it. Don't like it. We may put a piece of lace or something around it. Just part of a piece there at the top when we're doing the cover. Okay, back to what we were doing. Quit squirreling out here. That one's right pretty. So we're going to have her there. So this one would kind of have to go right here. Yeah, I like that. Let's put that down. It's the final answer. Sorry if I got my head in the shot there. I was trying to make sure I got that straight. Okay, and so on this one, something with a little bit of purple in it, maybe. That might be a possibility down the road. Oh, I've also got this one that's got kind of like a, I don't mind that either. That might be a bit far-fetched from I like the gray with the purple, but I don't know that it goes so much with this. But I do like this side. We'll keep that out as a possibility as well. Don't like that with the purple. Got a purple one. Also not the thing. You know when you're doing this and you hit the thing, just know that's the right one. Like that, maybe for back here somewhere. That would be pretty. Okay, Tammy, let's find something. You're fiddling. There's no fiddling. Like that one. Okay, so let's do this one there. Okay, and then on this, let's go up here. Sorry, I keep pulling that toward me so I can see if it's straight. Nope, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. That's a possibility. Yep, I like that one. Okay, and we're gonna put it right there. Okay, and then let's do this one here. And then one more, and I think it needs to be about right there. And it needs to be something floral, if I can find another floral one. They're driving me crazy digging around in these. It's not gonna work. That's not work. This one's too bright. One more, one more. Hang in there. Yeah. Okay, and then I won't, of course, put one on the back page. Okay, so not with a whole lot of time, we've created a good start to a journal. And I think the next thing that I will do is go through my big Tim Holtz little envelopes that I have cut ahead of time, and see if I can pick out some of these to use, because they fold up to become a great size like this one. We could use this one maybe, but I'll fold one here real quick. This is in his new Chapter 3 release. These envelopes are, but they fold up to be a great size for this size of journal. So, of course, I haven't used a bone folder on that or anything, but you can see that they end up this size. And if we're going to have this and we're going to flip it this way, this will be a really cute size to put in here. So I might pick a couple of those. You could even do these tucked behind here if you wanted to. That would be really cute. So we may do a couple of those. And then I also think that these little policy envelopes, bank envelopes, whatever you want to call them. This one's a faux pas because I didn't realize it was missing that little piece when I cut it. So, but this is the size they are when they fold up. We couldn't use it this way, but we could use it this way as a pocket and then put a card down in there. So that would be cute as well. So that will be my next step, is to go through these things and see, you know, what we can use to do that. And then we can decide. And then we could also do a version. This is just sitting here. Since we kind of have, well, we can't do that though. Well, I sort of say we could do a version of this, but we put our ladies up there. So, but you could still do something to tuck in, just not do this part. So, I don't know. But that's going to be my next thought process, is going through to decide, you know, how we want to decorate the rest of it. But I think it's going to be cute with these little, this is just a little note card with these little tucks. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get that in there. Yeah. Here's a little tag blank. Little tags be cute tucked in there. You could even do them this way. I'm liking it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you will check out Gail's video. Like I said, the one she's doing is gorgeous. She's doing it mostly all Tim Holtz, and she is using the one she's working on right now is the men. She's got, it's kind of a more gentleman oriented one, and then she's going to follow that up with one with the ladies in it. So hope you guys will check that out as well, and I will come back and we'll work some more on this in the next Saturday's video. I don't think I'll get to make just a general journaling one before next Saturday, but until then, I hope everybody stays safe and stays healthy, and go watch some football. We'll see you next week. Bye.